Hello. Thanks for joining me on just been on Jake's Jake Beer. Check him out. Been on his channel. We kind of had a little chat about a brewery called No Heroes Brewing out of Borehamwood in London. It was part of the Tom over on Twitter, the Craft Beer Hour earlier on between 9 and 10 this evening. We kind of had a few of the beers and we put it over onto a live stream once that hour finished. So I want to quickly go into what beers that we had on the show. You can go and check it out. Eventually I will be doing some reviews of these beers myself. So some really seriously cool artwork on these cans. Octacan. It's an octopus there. So this is a hazy pale ale 4.5, and a great thing about this is they plant a tree for every sale they make. So that's just absolutely awesome. So that's the first one we had. I'm going to quickly fly through these three beers that we had. So this is Eagle Can, an American red ale, 5% ABV. Pretty awesome looking can, and it is a bald eagle, not a red kite as I thought it was, because I think they mentioned in the Twitter feed that it's more based on British wildlife, so doesn't matter, I guess. And then third and final beer that we had, at least from what we've, the box is like 7 beers, I think. This is the Bison can, a hazelnut and chocolate porter. 5.2% ABV, so yeah, another native British piece of wildlife. Joking. And that's it. So wanted to get that bit out of the way. I will put a link to the brewery down below if I remember. So I've got to go ahead here and invite a few guests. It's more of an after chat, so it's probably not going to be a very long chat, but so we go in here to that there. Bomb. So hopefully we'll get a few people joining us quite soon. So we're going to try and get Paul on from PA Brew News, and hopefully he can join on his mobile phone as it's his night off. I was very fortunate to he sent me a link to his stream the other morning. It worked really well, which is cool. Let me just if there's anyone in the basement, I will be with you in a second. What do I do now then? Sorry, my computer's just being slow. Normal slow. That needs to go. Right. Not going to be doing loads of these kind of like open crazy hangouts if I can help it going forward. I mean, this is probably going to be one of them, but generally going forward, I'm going to be a bit of structure to them and stuff. So that's to add them as well. So let's see, we've got Jake here in the basement. So here we go. We'll sort that out and do that. Right.
Hello.
It comes up one. How you doing? Long time.
All good.
Speak.
Yeah, and spoke to you in ages. How you doing?
Cool, good. I just done a little kind of intro going on from where we were before.
Oh, cool.
About the No Heroes beers. So I've done that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What we just done on your channel. So do check it out after this.
Yeah. I think Adam and people want to join.
Yeah,
If
I've
you
sent
check
them. I've sent them links. So they've all got a link.
Oh, cool.
So I'm not going to be going for crazy amounts of time or anything.
No.
So I've sent Adam, and then if there's anyone else in the chat, there's no comments yet anyway. So one viewer. So hello viewer, thank you for taking the time out of your afternoon, evening, morning, maybe.
Yeah,
your
could be.
breakfast,
Well,
your breakfast
it's
time.
nearly morning here.
Yeah. So yeah, cheers. Are you drinking anything at this time of night or whatever time of day it is where you are? Oh. I say I've had the first beer that I mentioned. I'm now on the Eagle can, finishing off the red ale, American red. 4 people. There we go.
Oh yeah, that's the. I've got a sip or two left of that one myself.
It's actually
I'm sorry.
better at a warmer temperature, I've found. It seems to be better now than when I first opened it, which we was talking about that earlier.
I think actually of the 3 we had, that Eagle can is the one I could drink the most of. Definitely.
Right. How you doing?
Fine. How are
How
you?
you doing, Adam? Yeah, good. I haven't spoken to you for a few. That's good then. Good beans. Good. Yeah, we're just chilling, and it's just one of them. After the little life thing, it wasn't really planned. It was loosely planned, and then over the weekend, I was like, I need a break. I was hurting on Saturday and Sunday and Monday, and today I was like, not too bad. I was literally hurting. So that week of being on the booze really, quite a lot.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it was the weekend or I can't remember if it was Friday or Saturday night. I ended up on like some sort of crazy Canadian 5 a.m. stream because I'm a stupid person.
I could.
We're on holiday now.
Yeah.
So
You could do that all you want now. It makes sense to do it now, whereas the other day it probably didn't make too much sense.
I could, but I've got to drive to Telford at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, so I can't go too mental.
No,
that's fair dues.
Yeah. I've been listening on and off. My brother came for a bit, so I missed some of the stream. But I've been supping that.
Okay, is that their Belgian-y one?
Yeah, Belgian pale.
Yeah,
We're
it's pretty damn drinkable, that beer.
Yeah, it was really nice.
We're talking about Orbit earlier, which is pretty cool. Look, that fits in well with craft beer out sort of thing. So,
and then me and Jacob got matching glasses, or we should.
Oh,
we did
yeah.
that before.
It's one of my go-tos now, Adam.
And so I'm going to drink it. I finished the Belgian pale, so I'm going to drink the brand new Carnival
Pash.
passion fruit sour.
Oh, nice.
what? For a minute, I thought he's got a parish beer. It's like that's like one of them quite.
I have had parish beer when I was in Louisiana.
Yeah, I know it's Southern State shenanigans, but
That's terrible.
That's.
I would
that's
expect anything different.
I mean, that's
It's going to take a while to tell.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're not drinking all that gas, are you? It's like that's the way you've got to do it.
At least
the Belgian way.
Yeah, at least be nice and creamy.
Yeah. What, a passion fruit sour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was always one of my go-to. I don't say it so much nowadays, but that was one of my go-to flavor descriptors. Passion fruit cheesecake. There was a time when a British New England IPA, had a definite passion fruit cheesecake vibe to it. I know. Rory picked me up on that one.
So hopefully we've got Paul joining in a minute. Hopefully.
Oh,
Yay! Now that StreamYard works, I'm just trying to straighten my camera.
Well, I mean, I don't know whether this will work for him, but when he hosts on a mobile, the other day, I've done a little test with him, and it worked really well.
I saw the playback. Earlier.
It worked really well. I wasn't sure if I was going to be joining, and then he was on his own. I'm like, so I'll be back in half hour. got to chat to a mate. Okay. So I was only drinking coffee, but yeah, it was like midday, whatever. But so yeah, so it was cool to actually chat to him, and the stream was working really fine.
Yeah, it was a good picture.
It really was sharp. And I was on my mobile as well, just to see. So it's more of a test for myself as well, just to see what it was like.
I think it now lowers the aspect ratio across whoever's on.
Yeah.
If you remember on some of the streams, Harry would always say to drop your. I think other people have said it as well, to drop your camera ratio.
Yeah.
Screen resolution.
I think it does it automatically now.
I said that to Paul. I said I was a bit concerned. I didn't know how it would affect like upping it from like, was it 320 to a 720p? If you haven't got the graphics card, will it affect it? Say on your laptop or something, like an older laptop like me, will it affect it and stuff? So I was like, I don't know, but it seemed to be working all right. So.
Well, and it's also like the sensors on a phone camera are like way better than the sensors they put in a webcam. Like the webcams tend to be cheap sensors, where a phone camera is way better. Even the little tiny front-facing camera. Yeah,
well, I've got a webcam. It's latched on to my laptop with a USB going into the side.
Oh, right.
So I've actually bought you obviously can't see it because I'm using it.
Sure, put a mirror up.
Yeah, bend it right round. Oh, we get to see. Oh my god, we get to see his setup.
Oh, it's awful. It's a shit on. Infinite camera. There we go. Look, infinite see. But yeah, it's just one of them things. Is it Papa Look? Oh no. It was only about 25 quid or so. It works fine.
Mine's built into my laptop.
Yeah, same with mine.
Yeah, well, that's the one I used to use, but it was really yellow on the screen.
Yeah, mine's pretty sort of beigey. Very beige look to mine.
I want it to be a bit brighter and stuff, so I end up getting one of them, and it works a treat. It's just the internet and the old computers can be a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my laptop has a thing where it just drops the internet and then it comes back and then it drops and then it comes back but really quickly. It's really fucking annoying, and it will just happen whenever. So I could be using it for hours and it won't do it. Could be using it for 5 minutes, it will start doing it. Could be using it for hours again and it will just fucking start doing it. It's so annoying. Tried updating it, tried doing all sorts.
Yeah. There is also glitches with StreamYard itself that come up now and again. Like one person can't hear anyone, so they need to log out, come in again, and blah blah blah. And it's just, I don't know. It's just, it depends probably how many people are using the servers, and lots of other things. That sort of shit.
You might be all right with it being a Tuesday.
There is that, but then depending on where in the world you are as well, I don't know.
We haven't got fibre. As you know, my internet can go potatoey sometimes because we don't have fibre optics yet. They're actually OpenReach have been in last week and the week before, just digging up bits around our estate, and they are putting it in slowly. So eventually, I'll have better internet, but how long it'll take them to do?
Yeah, we have got fibre optic. We've got fibre optic broadband. We have done for ages, but I'm running off a like a plug Wi-Fi extender, which is just there.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes it goes pear-shaped, because depending on what the plug wants to do and that shit. Whatever. Generally, it's okay, but then it has
my internet's generally like really good, but like the other day, I was sitting on my couch and I was on my phone and I was like, it's fucking like it won't load a YouTube video. So I did like a speed test and it was really low. It was like 1 megabyte per second or whatever download, and I was like, well, that's low. That's not what I should be getting. So I fucking disconnected it all, put it back up, and it was still doing it. And then, but I just found as I moved closer, and this has never happened before, but as I moved closer to my hub, it was getting better.
Yeah.
But I've
Have
sat
you-
on the couch a million times and it never fucking happened.
Have you checked your Wi-Fi channel?
No, I did. Well, what I did is just disconnected and left it for ages, like for 10 minutes, and then reconnected it. And then I did sort of move it about and I put it up to a higher location because it was just on the floor. And then it was fine. But I don't know if it was just a glitch, but it was so fucking annoying for like 2 hours. I was like, why is it doing this?
Yeah.
So have you ever done the Wi-Fi channel check and you see who operates on what channel Wi-Fi within your area?
No,
And sometimes it's worth doing it. It's very interesting.
What, to see if anyone's hopped on your Wi-Fi?
Yeah, no, it's not your Wi-Fi, but it's the channel. So you only have Wi-Fi channels. I think it's 1 to 12.
Yeah.
And if someone like next door to you is on the same channel as you, either if you're on channel 6 and they're on channel 6,
I see what you mean. Yeah.
the two Wi-Fi's conflict, so you get a lower speed.
Oh,
only
yeah.
as the Wi-Fi, not if you have it plugged into an Ethernet cable.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you can get an app on your phone, and you can see.
That's fine. I wonder if something like that was happening because it's never happened before, and it hasn't happened since. It was very specific and very noticeable.
Are you on Android?
No, I got an iPhone.
It might not be on the iPhone, but it's called Wi-Fi Analyzer.
Oh, okay.
All right. I've looked up. It's more for internet speed rather than your Wi-Fi thing.
Yeah, but say the Wi-Fi. If you're not on an Ethernet, the Wi-Fi it affects your speed.
Yeah, especially because like I'm off the road as well, so like it has to come further to where I am. I'm not like on a road.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I wonder if there was a few issues like that. No doubt my neighbours are hogging it. No doubt I've got shitty neighbours. That's shitty loud noise. Like someone was fucking sanding, and I don't mean sanding like with a bit of sandpaper. I mean, at like fucking like 11:30 at night.
What?
Mad. But I think he was like he had this elderly woman in his house, and me and my wife haven't seen her since. And like the curtains have been closed for ages. So I thought it sounded like a sander, but it could well have been a fucking saw. That's like
Cutting through bone.
Yeah, just finishing off the job. Because we hadn't seen her in age. She used to walk because we have we live in a house, but we actually have like a communal garden area.
Right.
Like in our little complex, and she used to walk around the garden, and we hadn't seen her in fucking ages. And like all their blinds have been down for ages. It's weird. I won't go into it, but. And then someone's sanding at 11:30 at night.
There's no odd smells or aromas.
No odd smells. No. Go into the bins quite regularly, but
well, yeah,
trips back and forth.
but I think you'd know.
Yeah. Just yeah. So
I mean,
if I'm on the news going, oh, he kept himself to himself, he was. You know what's happened.
Any new patios been installed or anything like that?
No. Just in the middle of the night, just taking a shovel out.
Yeah. Just digging.
Come back from.
Just keeping fit.
Came back with a load of sand.
Just keeping fit.
I've had a lot of dead bodies around our house this week. We've had mice, rats asunder. The neighbourhood cat has been bringing them to us.
Oh, little presents.
Yeah, we live on our estate. There's like bits of grass between us and the road, which is actually quite good because it's like if with them and the houses opposite, it forms like a barrier, so you can't hear the road. It's like quite a big intersection between the motorway and an A road. So you get quite a lot of mice, field mice and stuff, and sometimes rats in the undergrowth of this. It's essentially like a grassy wasteland, and he's been going out the front and bringing them in, and we have like a pathway down the side of the house that leads to the back garden for both us and next door, and he's just been leaving them in there. And when I go and take the bin out, just come to a load of dead mice, which is lovely. It's really what you want to do at 11 o'clock at night when you put your bins out.
Nice. We had a mouse problem in the house, funny enough, for quite a while, and we tried to get rid of them humanely. It just they were too clever for them traps. It's like, you little bastards. It's like, I knew for about a month or two before my missus saw one. I'm like, oh. So I had to scream, I was like, here we go. She's like,
It was like an old cartoon when it's on the jump on the chair.
It's more out in the garden in the house, so it's like you don't want to sleep out there. But yeah, eventually we think they bred, and there was all of a sudden there was more. Like, oh my god, we got to sort this shit out, and we had to get the proper ones in, I'm afraid, and get rid of them. But
yeah.
We did. There was one in this room as well. It didn't bother me. I was like, all right, mate. I was on live stream. It's like just going like he's coming out like this. It's like what? Been on a live stream before, and it's like I never mentioned it till now, but yeah.
Well, like funnily enough, when I lived in Canterbury, I think I've told this story on a live stream before, but I'll tell it again. I used to live by the river in Canterbury, opposite the Wetherspoons Creek. Those flats there. And we had a mouse getting and I was on the second floor flat, but it got in our house. Like we think it got in through like the washing machine, like drain pipe. And it was like proper in there. And the how we found out about it was around Christmas time, and we had some advent calendars that are
Oh, it was in there.
Yeah, it was open the door. There was a mouse.
Hello.
Shut the door. No, we had some advent calendars in a bag that like one of my aunties had given us, and my wife came into our bedroom. I was still asleep. She goes, I can't believe you've ripped open those advent calendars and started them without me. I was like. I've not had any fucking advent calendars. What are you on about? Like I was like half asleep. And she goes like, look, and I looked. I was like, do you think I would rip open an advent calendar like an absolute maniac? Like that, all the front was ripped off the plastic. So through the plastic, then through all of the cardboard and eating the chocolate. Do you think I'd eat if I wanted the advent calendar? Do you think I'd do that? And then we're like, so what's done it? And we looked and like we had a fruit bowl and all of the bananas had been eaten. And we're like, there's something living in here with us. And then we found there was a mouse behind the washing machine. But like it was the accusation. I was so insatiable that I ripped the front off an advent calendar to start eating it.
Drunk hunger.
Yeah, it didn't cross my mind that it might have been something that like I didn't carefully take off the plastic and then open the door. It was just like
you must have done something before to make her think that.
I had that's the thing. I pissed in a lamp once and made it explode, but that's about as far as it goes. Sort of like being drunk.
Yeah, my ex brother-in-law used to sleepwalk and stuff, and just walk around and after a beery night out and just piss in the corner in the front room and shit. It's quite funny.
Piss in the front room and shit.
yeah, literally do all that, and it's like that's pretty cool. My sister wasn't amused, but I was.
Yeah, it's never fun.
Just made me giggle. But no. Sorry, that's it.
No, sorry. In my youth, I had when I lived with my parents, we had a wash basket, and it was one of those sort of like a hamper wash basket. It was like and it had a flip up lid, but it was right next to the toilet. And you can tell what happened there when I was drunk.
I can see the confusion on that one.
I was half asleep.
That one. Yeah.
No, it got moved.
Yeah, I've pissed in wardrobes. The worst one was the lamp though, where a fucking bedside lamp.
Oh, that's a bit risky. That's risky.
Just pissed in it. It went. And my wife turned over and she was like, what was that? And I was like, nothing. Go to bed. And we woke up in the morning and like because we had both been. This is sort of student days. I woke up in the morning and I was like, did that happen? And I rolled over, looked at the lamp, and I was like, oh yeah, shit, that actually did happen. Just exploded a lamp. with my piss.
It's not that. It's just it's piss and glass. It's like
It's more piss and electricity, which is the.
Yeah, you were lucky it didn't
Well, yeah,
travel up.
you're
Yeah.
lucky.
Oh,
was
obviously, I
about to
didn't
say
have a
you're
consistent
lucky.
stream. It was very sort of.
Excellent. Just-
If it was one
That's
solid
safety.
arc, then I would have been done for.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a
But then
bargain
what we
basement.
can do-
water.
The thing is, though, with things these days, the whole like flat would have tripped out. The electricity would have because of the old safety thing.
Yeah.
That's generally what happens. So.
Yeah. No, it was just the lamp. I just fucking the light bulb in the lamp just exploded. It was fun times. I can look back on it now with with fondness.
I bet she wasn't happy in the morning when it smelled.
Well, to be honest, we just laughed because she goes, well, I remember asking you like what that noise was, and you said it wasn't anything.
Mm.
I was like, well, I was obviously covering my tracks.
Covering your piss.
Yeah. But it was like at least I did it in something. At least it was like a bowl shaped lamp. It could have
That's
been on
very
the bed. It could have been anywhere. Like because that was the best thing. It was all in the lamp. There was no on the floor. I didn't get any anywhere. Like I kept. It was just in the lamp.
The best one. We used to have a lock-in at a pub, and it was on the canal. But they couldn't. For some unknown reason, they locked the toilets in the lock-in, so you couldn't go to the toilet. So I went out the back, and at the back it was like a strip of grass lit onto the canal, and like table, picnic benches and chairs. But it was like a wall before the canal. The great thing is you could stand on the wall and have a piss into the canal. But I was very drunk and didn't realise that the towpath was on the other side of the canal. Just people walking past.
You just going, wee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
How's that beer, Adam? By the way, I forgot to ask you.
Sweet and sour. It's really quite interesting.
Right. Cool.
Yeah. Initial sweetness and then that lingering sourness all the way through. It's really good.
So
Starting to get some decent lacing as well.
It looks all right. It looks all right, the glass.
Yeah.
How's your beer drinking day out in Liverpool today then?
It was good. I had my first proper cask since lockdown.
Cool.
I've had it in milk bottles, but I don't really count that. You know, the milk cartons.
Yeah, I've had it in milk
quite-
cartons.
It's not quite the same. It's still
No.
It's still there, but it's not my
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah. We'd been out for 3 meals, but I've been driving all 3 times. So I'd had one half once it was keg, and I was just like,
Yeah.
But today we got the train in, which wasn't too bad. And at my first, I had 2 halves of cask, and then we went for an Italian, and I counted Hells, and then went to another pub, and I had cask in there as well.
That Camden House is just too bad, actually. I've had it.
Man.
It's all right.
It was really nice just to break up as quite a rich Italian lunch, and then it kind of broke it up a bit. And then we had tea out as well. We were there all day pretty much. And then I had a minor argument with a waitress about how Love Lane's supposed to taste and how I had Love Lane plenty of. Yeah, she was trying to say that's how it's supposed to taste. And I was going, no, I've had Love Lane numerous times.
What was wrong
Not
with
how
it?
it's supposed. It was either an old keg or they haven't cleaned the lines out.
Right.
But they wouldn't accept. They said it was fine. It wasn't. I'd had it pretty.
Yeah, it's not often you get old. I mean, obviously, not often you get old kegs.
Well,
Well, I mean, it could be a bit of a problem at the moment, can't I? I know key kegs last
Yeah,
time.
well, there is-
If they
there
had
is-
that in stock before, and then they're just like, "Oh, just
Yeah.
whack it on."
Yeah, but
it's a permanent line.
Right, yeah, that's the problem. It's like, I mean, I know 6 to 8 weeks is generally if it's on, but then 12 weeks, I think you're really pushing it even for a keg.
Yeah.
I don't know. Harry would know more about that. But I would say 12, 13 weeks is pushing it, even for a keg.
Just tasted really stale. Had hardly any carbonation. Wasn't right.
Sounds.
I hate that in restaurants where you get shit like that, because I think for the amount of people that sort of complain about something like that, it's just like it is one of those things, like the customer is always right, and that's my sort of ethos on customer service. It's just like just accept it, because most people wouldn't say so about food or whatever. Most people don't. So the exceptions that do, just placate them, and that's fine. But beer's an even different story, isn't it? If it's bad, it's bad.
What made it worse is she poured it, and it wasn't first pour. It's a half a pint glass, and she didn't fill it to the top. And I was like, going, is someone taking a drink out of that? And she was like, no, that's half a pint. I was like, I picked up the glass and looked at the bottom, and it had the half a pint thing on the bottom. So that means the full, unless it has a line, the full glass is half a pint. And there was a good 2-3 centimeters gap from the top, and I'm going, that's not a full pint. That's not a full half a pint.
Yeah.
And so she took it, and I said, and she argued about that, and I was like, okay, whatever. I drank it, and I was just like, there's something off with that as well. So my thinking is she put a head on it, and it dissipated instantly.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gone from.
That's what you know.
So she thought it looked full. And
was it flat? Was it flat? It sounds
flat and stale. And it was, and I said, there's something up with that keg, and she took it back and brought back the same again. So they either completely refilled the glass from the same keg and the same dirty line, or she just topped it up. Either way, it's still wrong.
Yeah.
Cheers, Vanessa. Hope you're doing all right.
Oh. Yeah, but and I fucking hate those pint glasses as well, because I want head. I want head on a beer. I don't want a beer to be filled up to the brim. I want to drink. I want to drink through the head. So that pisses me off as well.
There is that. I mean, with certain things for sure, and I mean, yeah, but people are.
Yeah, top me up.
And then she just said it's supposed to be like that, and I thought, right, okay. And she was going, "Do you like another beer?" I went, "No, can I just have a lemonade, please?" And I just just have your food, get out. Yeah, pretty much. And the food wasn't as good as when we had last time as well. So I think there's been a lot of changes there since lockdown. But,
yeah. I mean, how have you found pubs generally? Have you seen much variation? Because I have.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit. I went to a pub where first pint of cask. I've had keg beers and pubs and stuff, but first pint of cask, but I'll get Ghost Ship, old reliable, and it was fucking rotten. It was rough. It was really bad. And it was also the fucking like kids were playing up. So if it wasn't, I would have complained. But it was like, this isn't worth it. I'm just gonna fucking leave it and we'll go. But it was like they're just. I don't reckon they had, but it just felt to me like they just fucking turned the machines back on again.
Yeah.
And it was what they'd left with before lockdown, because it was rotten. Because then I went to a different pub like a week or so later, had Ghost Ship, and it was lovely.
Banging, yeah. No, that's the thing. Not just about the beer, but I mean the whole general procedure. You know, such a variation. It's just like really. I was quite shocked.
What do you mean? Do you mean in what they do COVID wise? Oh, the ones I've been to have all been good. Even sort of like more ones that I've taken a punt on. They've still had track and check, like they take your number and you got to wear a mask if you go indoors up to the bar. That was like pubs I haven't been to before. So I haven't been to a bad one yet.
There's been some where you got one of them hand things on the side of the door, and then you wait until you get asked to go to the bar. You place your order, pay it there, and you go out to collect your beer, and then you go out again, kind of thing. Because most people are sitting outside. So that's one. Another one, I don't have more than 1 or 2 people at the bar at the same time, which is fine. This is inside seating areas, so there is a bit of that going on, which I don't like sitting out in the sun when I'm drinking anyway. So it's just one of them things. It's just like, sit outside. If I was like, not really. Okay, well, we've got I'm fine, but I was on my own, so that didn't matter. And then from there to the last place, so there's a bit of variation there. To the last place, walked in, no one's sitting at the bar. Everyone's sitting about 1.5 feet, a metre away from the bar because the shape of the way the pub is. Just sitting back, and there's no screening. And it's like, wow, this is pretty much, apart from no one sitting at the bar, it's the same as normal. It's just like, okay. And that's quite a massive variation. But it's like, it just makes you wonder when no one's actually going around checking, with authority, unless you're a Sky News going around Manchester kind of deal, for instance. No one's bothered.
No, agreed.
They're all
no one's really bothered.
They're all doing the track and trace thing. But apart, some are the ones I've been to are. And I said, I have a question. I said, do you want me my details? Oh, well, you're with him, so if we contact him, he'll contact you, kind of thing. There's a lot of that going on. It's like, okay, then.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's an interesting one.
Well, there's no rules. There's no one said what you've got to do, which has been the whole thing of this whole lockdown.
Yeah.
There's been no actual hard and fast rules for anybody.
It's very loose. It's loose. There's no clarity.
Yeah. Well, it's because when it goes tits up, it's so they can blame everybody.
Yeah.
There's contradiction. There's no responsibility, accountability, and then we'll throw it all on local authorities. That seems to be the way it is.
Yes,
it's a shambles. And now we've got the Facebook thing, schools and stuff. It's like, fucking hell. You've had all summer to sort the shit out. A week before they're going back, you're like all of a sudden scrambling around, making decisions. Oh,
yeah.
Man. What a shit show.
You're going to get people that just won't bother though for schools. Guarantee you. You're going to get that parent that just doesn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Of course you are. But what are they going to do then? Send them home?
Yeah, they have to. And what worries me is these new rules that have come in for they can take basically. I know it's an extreme measure, but if the kid's showing COVID symptoms, they can basically isolate them, can't they, from the parents?
I don't know I have no idea. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think that's like a proper small print thing. I can't see that situation ever actually generally happening. But it's one of those shady small print sort of fucking jobbies. That one, yeah. Yeah, you can't see in reality ever happening. I mean, I would stab anybody in the eye who tried to stop me getting back to my kid. Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen, is it?
Yeah.
It's just
no, but yeah, the way it's written.
Yeah.
That there's a potential, even though how slim it is.
It contradicts with the laws though, so I think it'd be challenged quite quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll catch it. I'll be there for my kid. Bollocks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? They're going to be scared. And it's like, no. Get out of the way now. It's one of them deals. It's just like simple. It's just, I don't know. It's all. I know it's all new and yada yada, but God,
yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, my daughter actually starts school next week.
Yeah,
which is crazy. She's only. I mean, she's going to an absolutely tiny school.
Reception. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it class reception or year one? I don't know. Yeah, reception probably. Yeah.
because my daughter's starting year 1 next week.
Oh yeah,
Thursday.
so it must be reception, yeah. But it's like it's an absolutely diddy school, and every class it's like the procedures they're put in place that no classroom will meet another classroom, so they're only ever there with the kids in there. And I mean, there's like 40 kids in the whole school of different years, so it's absolutely tiny. So if we went to like a bigger school, then there'd be a few more sort of questions.
Yeah, it was like my daughter. She only done 7 months of her first in that kind of like what I just said
Reception.
Pre-reception year.
Yeah.
So 7 months of a year. She's been off since March. It's like it's been really quite hard. She's been very good, but there's been a few times where she's like, I really miss my friends. It's like, oh my god, there's no parents out there before us that have gone through that. How would you go through explaining to your kid about that?
Yeah,
there's no form book for that sort of shit.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
but kids are great though because they're proper resilient. They just fucking get on with it, don't they?
Just as well they are, because Jesus, do you know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
But they'll crack on with stuff, and it becomes normal quickly for kids. And it's like when we go out into shops and stuff, she always wears a mask, and then we go, he's like, oh, you don't have to wear. She doesn't have to wear a mask. Yes, she does, and she's fine with it. So, do you know what I mean? Just it's like let's be like reactive rather than not reactive, proactive rather than reactive.
Yeah,
and that's not what a lot of people are doing, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was mentioning masks back in March, and all of a sudden it's now a thing. They're waiting for guidance, and fucking do it straight away, and it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, it's easier to remove stuff than put it in, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just do it. The trouble is, too many people need to be told what to do.
I think it's more that people don't listen. I was on the train, and the amount of people on Merseyrail, it's been mandatory to wear masks since.
It has across the country.
I think but Merseyrail had it in a month before, maybe 3 weeks before, and people aren't doing it.
Why is it 3 weeks before?
Some people some companies decided to implement it, and then the government actually said if you're going on public transport, you've got to wear it.
I thought the government took charge of the railways before all that happened nationally. They did, because I've got friends who work for.
But Merseyrail operate within. They operate within the bylaws, so they made it a bylaw that you had to wear a mask, and it was £100 fine if you didn't. Yeah,
I heard it was. Because I've got.
The government have upped it now and stuff like that, but
they took charge of the railways. They literally they nationalised it.
First thing there in that though. Merseyrail sent it out, so they said it was a Merseyrail announcement. It was in all the stations and stuff that they.
And the thing is, though, there's no what I've been told. There's no kind of safety thing going on with the railways at the moment. Because
there's no conductor.
In charge of it.
Yeah,
but there's no conductors, so they're not worried about tickets. And I've been told that. I don't care. Because it's not under their kind of watch sort of thing. There's no one checking the lines, safety things, which is why back in the day when the government were controlling it, there was quite a lot of railway tragedies and stuff like that. So the safety wasn't there. But since then, it's improved because these companies are all liable. So they're out there making sure things are. I'm only going by what people have told me that work for Southeastern. So
they'll have to maintain this one because it's an electrified line. So you can't just not do anything otherwise.
They were before though. They were in the 80s. It's just slam door trains. They're all electrified.
Mhm.
So,
Anyway,
I don't know.
It's been it was in before. It was in before it came in nationally, and
that's
I'd say
interesting. Yeah,
the people still aren't wearing it.
Well, because
But
like you can say that, but then it's about someone being there to enforce it, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no conductors. You have the driver and then the stations. So if you go into Central's a gate operated ticket system. So you have to have a ticket when you get to Central. But if you're going before there's no one maintaining it, no one looking at whether you're wearing a mask or not.
Mhm.
Only those in the ticket booth and the drivers.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean the whole mask debate is mask debate is it's
a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah. But it's just like it's just why not? It's not, even if you don't think it's just not that inconvenient. I don't see it as inconvenient. Obviously, if you've got a pre-existing condition and all that, yeah. But yeah, it depends on what you're doing, I suppose. But yeah, I don't quite understand it. But well, because I mean, I've seen projections, and these are by companies that have no affiliation with any government, and they do lockdown. So this is the curve, and at the moment it's actually going like that. And then they show a projection of lockdown measures easing, and it's like that. But then they do a projection of lockdown measures easing with the universal adoption of masks, and it's just flat. It just goes flat completely. And so, like, just do it.
I know they only say it was at 2.5% protection.
Yeah.
But if you take that as a national level, that's a lot. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, if it's 2.5 protection personally, then between people, isn't that 5%?
Yeah. I don't know. We're just adding percentages. Does that?
That never works.
I'd rather just be like, we got no evidence. It's like, well, don't wait for evidence. Do it anyway, and then you've got nothing to lose, have you? Really?
It's the people that say they can't breathe, and I understand if you've got like a breathing issue, or if there's a mental health issue there.
Yeah. If there's a pre-existing condition, I mean you can't, then you can't, can you?
They are awkward sometimes, but I think the whole breathing issue is
what I found with masks. This is obviously just me talking, but I found if like you just don't worry about that you're wearing a mask and just breathe normally.
Yeah.
Don't think like you're wearing a mask. Just start breathing normally. Don't try and do anything different. Don't anticipate your breath because you're wearing a mask. Then it's fine. Yeah,
the worst thing that happens is my glasses steam up.
Yeah, well, because like my eyes, because I've got such bad allergies, I wear sunglasses all the time. So when I'm outside, like before I go into a shop or anything, it's like plume of a thing in my sunglasses.
It's just all of a sudden it's amazing how many people have got asthma. It's like, fucking hell, really? Just like, if you've got a pass or whatever, then that's fair enough.
Well, there's different levels of asthma as well. Like you could have very low level asthma where you've never taken an inhaler, but the doctor says you got it.
Yeah, but I've got asthma, low level asthma, but I'm still wearing a mask.
Yeah.
It's awkward sometimes. Time of year, it's hot. Not so much now, but going into the winter months, it should be easier to breathe. So, I don't know.
So that No Hero beer, I have not seen that around here, even though it's brewed around here.
I mean, the brewery themselves, they say they're from Boreham Wood, so it's a bit of a distance between Glenafric and Boreham Wood, isn't it?
Absolutely.
They've had, I think Glenafric have had spare capacity since they built it, because they just keep getting massive fermenters, like that are ridiculously big. I'm sure you saw it on Simon's video.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't, no. But who have they? Where are they getting their funding from?
So the family, the McCormick family, who own it, Big Daddy McCormick. I don't know his name. He's just Mr. McCormick. Every time I see him, he's a very stern man. He always looks angry. I don't want to cross him. He did something to do with import and export of.
You can tell us.
Sorry.
Yeah. You can tell
It's
us.
you can, yeah. Import and export of steel-based products from China to the UK. That's how
Okay.
he made his money, and
Right. Yeah.
that's the fact. He's the financial backer, the main financial backer of them.
Yeah. You can tell that there's money there.
Oh,
Just-
there's money. They have the family estate is called Gleneffric in Scotland. There's a massive estate, and that's where it was supposed to be. But they lived in Heswall. I don't know whether it's because he's got something to do with the port in Liverpool, and that's why he's been based here. But Heswall's just over the water in the Wirral, and it's quite a quick. Well, if you drive, it's like a 45-minute commute. Whereas I think Scotland, it's. I'm not sure about where in Scotland it is, but I don't think it's near any ports.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they're historically from there, I think it would have been difficult to do his job.
Yeah, and especially if like part of the business is contract brewing, I mean that's lucrative, extremely lucrative. So,
but it's a family business as I can understand it, all the way, even the import and export stuff, because his son was Craig, who essentially is the operating officer. Hi, Paul.
Hello.
hello.
How you doing?
Are you at home or what?
Yeah, I'm at my house.
Have you tried your camera yet?
Yeah, I'm just not set up for it. I just got off my kid had a virtual tour at her school and stuff, so I'm just kind of multitasking right now.
Fair enough.
That's good.
Yeah,
It
it works.
It sounds pretty good. It sounds good. It sounds all right.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, it's gone.
Jesus.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
That's
Whip the
all we
dick
get.
out and put it back.
That's enough
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
That's straight in the wank bank.
Yeah, that goes right to the spank bank.
Excellent.
So what's everybody
back
doing
in.
now? What you
Just
did
just
you decide
chilling.
to call off work and drink a bunch of beer, Jake?
No,
No
I
work
can't do much.
tomorrow.
No, it's definitely work tomorrow. It's my boss is
Oh.
off, so it's only me. We're a department of 2, so if I'm off, it's very noticeable.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah.
So I'd rather be
Yes.
hungover in there and not doing anything than not doing anything at home.
Right. I just got some beer to drink today that I've never had before. 2 from the New Trail Brewing Company near my house, and then 2 from the what the fuck? The Greater Good. The Greater Good.
Absolutely.
Apparently it's 2 from the
Hope you're doing
Greater
well.
Good. Is it?
Hope you're doing well, Chris. Hope you're doing well, Christoph, mate. Cheers for chiming in. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah, the Greater Good. No, was it from Massachusetts? I'm trying to see if it's actually the Greater Good Brewing Company. Can't see who the hell it is.
Two shits.
Massive Two Shits. Matt from Massive Two Shits.
Oh.
I didn't say the Matt bit. So
Matt.
I
Yeah,
like
Paul
Matt.
did though. So
I did. That's what I do. It's my thing.
yeah,
He does.
Jesus Christ, put your fucking brewery name on here. It's a Imperial Brewing Company, I guess. The Greater Good Imperial Brewing Company.
I can't see it either, so don't worry about it. So
There you go. I've never had anything. I said, okay, what is it? I don't care. 8.2 alcohol. That's why I'll get it. And then it turns out to be a hazy New England IPA, and this one is a juicy Imperial 5 hopped IPA, and that's 8%. So
There you go. Greater Good
there you
Imperial.
go.
Sorry.
yeah, Greater Good Imperial Brewing.
Worcester, Massachusetts.
you're
Worcestershire sauce.
He's untapping. He's untapping for you, like
That's
I was
good.
for you the other day.
That is good.
I know you can't use your phone.
And then I got 2 from New Trail.
Yeah.
And they don't put their ABVs on their cans, so I don't know. This one's called Rock Run, a double hazy India Pale Ale, and this one's called Loop Hike, hazy double India Pale Ale. So I'm assuming they're both about 9%. So a nice, easy drinking session for me tonight. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna drink those tonight.
Rock Run, 8.8.
Ah, Wimpy. And Loop Hike.
What was Loop Hike?
Wimpy.
How'd you spell that?
Yeah. LOOP.
Okay. Mhm.
We've got Christoph chiming in again. So he's
Ah,
off after
9.2.
7 night shifts. And
Now that's a
beer,
better beer. There you go.
and it was no shut up. And it was it? Oh, was it? That beer. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Not had it.
I always have a can just there to grab.
What is it? Is it
There we go.
Mr. 11K up there?
Yep. It's getting on that way.
That's good.
Getting
isn't
on
it?
that way.
It's really cool. Well pleased for
Get
it.
it on that way.
For someone who doesn't care, that's what I.
Oh, I
want to
care. I
see,
care massively.
you know?
I think
Yeah,
it's funny as hell.
if you do.
Just couldn't be bothered.
It's the people that care that I don't.
I think it's okay to care.
No,
I
yeah,
care,
I
but then-
care about my channel but I care about having
yeah,
fun.
and I think it's brilliant. Yeah, I love that. I think it's great that it happened to, as someone would say, a certain type of beer tuber. That still is in there. No names, but anyway. And I like that. I think it's great. If it happens, it happens. It's great.
I've hit the big time.
Well, yeah,
Big time.
yeah.
I've ordered
It's
my
weird how
crops.
you-
It's coming
you-
tomorrow, and
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, you got to build it. You got to build it, John. You got to build it.
Build it and they
You
will
can't.
come.
The thing is, you can't enjoy beer tubes. You can't enjoy it. You can't do that. That's not
No,
what
you
it's
can't do
for.
it for fun. For God's sakes.
It's all about
Fun,
money.
fun.
No, it's for massaging. You're massaging your prostate.
It's,
with
it's
beer
all
cans
about
while you get
making
paid.
money and getting them likes and
Yeah.
getting the views.
Get them
and
likes.
that was
son.
literally, and that was what literally someone said today on. There he is. See, that's working really well.
oh my god, I haven't seen this setup,
I haven't
this
seen
view
that
in a
I
while,
haven't seen
Paul.
that setup.
Yeah,
That view for a long time. It's really good,
I
man.
love it.
I got a new book in
Fuck
the
this shit.
'70s.
Look at this. You like it
The kids
even
are-
more now? There you go.
Kids have been hitting that hard. Then I got my
He's got his-
pipe.
Gandalf.
Here we go.
Where's my pipe?
We-
Paul's breaking
we
his
can
pipe
have a-
out. I've lost mine.
We're gonna have
Whip
a
your
pipe
pipe
off.
out.
We're gonna have a pipe off here.
Lap it out.
We're gonna have a pipe off.
Mine's more of a mine's more of a
pipe's
Sherlock
longer?
Holmes style. Oh, yours is much longer. Obviously, Paul. Yours is going to be longer than mine, isn't it?
Hang on. Give me 1
Oh,
second.
yeah.
Let me get mine.
Now this is only. I
You
think
lucky
this is
bunch
only
of
a,
suck-
this
you
is
bunch of
only a
suckers.
13-inch. This isn't a 16-inch church board. This is only a 13-inch. I wanted to get a Lord of the Rings one, so that's why I got that.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Here's the greater good. There's the
There's the
greater.
beers.
Greater.
I haven't got a
Look
pipe,
right.
so I'll get to you in a minute, Adam.
A little bit of tie dye.
There you go.
on
Look
that one.
greater.
Mine
now.
Oh, yeah, little
Chill.
hippie. Nice little hippie action.
You got like a
Nice.
goth and a hippie.
Yeah. Wow. I'm basically the IT crowd. And then
Nice.
and then there's the rock run and then the loop hike from New Trail. So let's give it a go. And I think this is the smallest. No, this is the smallest ABV, so we'll go by ABV. Thank you, Adam, for looking
Cool.
that up.
It's all right.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah,
I'm, the
yeah.
only one, I'm only one without a pipe, so I'm fine with that.
To be fair, mine's a pipe
I'm
pen.
It's a
There you
pipe
go.
pen.
I haven't
Pipe
even
pen.
got. Well, there you go. That's like
No
a
smoking.
007 thing.
I don't smoke.
Yeah.
I just have a pipe.
The
Yeah,
pen
same
doesn't
here.
work very well.
This pipe used to be used for something else back in the day.
It
Not
used to be
crack.
used. Well, I was gonna say, was it odd milking purposes that we don't talk about with prostate? I don't understand. You don't put any other thing in there. That's silly. You're a good boy. Okay, there it is. That's the V, which is what my first daughter said when she first started learning how to speak. All she would say was V for like a year.
V.
The only thing she'd V. Okay, that's hazy.
That's funny.
Oh, they have another one called Pulp Daddy. I was going to pick up, but I just chose these because they're the higher ABVs.
Jeez.
But yeah, a juicy 5-hop imperial. All right, let's just see if it doesn't suck or not. I don't even know. Fuck, I didn't look at any of the can-on dates. They actually have them though.
What was it?
7/14. This is I consider that fine. Year, month and a half, I'll take it.
That's right for PA standards.
Yeah, PA.
For PA fresh. This basically came right out of the factory. Boom.
Yeah, that's straight
Straight
off
off
the
the line.
line.
Yeah,
Straight
yeah.
off the line,
Basically, that's right out of the mash tun. It's good times.
See, Paul's starting on a straight 8, and I'm on a Weasley 4.2.
Well, that's the same thing.
Well,
Everything below 10 is the same thing.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That me and Craig have drunk sort of 3 sessionable strength beers, so I feel just absolutely fine now. This is a weird thing after live shows to feel normal, because it's normally like double IPA, imperial stout, imperial
yeah,
sour,
no, I've
and then like loads of other shit that you find in the fridge.
Well, if you ever come to my house, that's all you're going to drink. There's no... That's it.
no, that's
Yeah.
fine.
That's all we
But
have.
then
That is a session strength beer.
I will probably snore though, Paul. So you
That's
know that.
okay. I'll snore worse. I'll snore
Well,
worse.
Put him in the woodshed.
And you'll be surrounded with My Little Ponies everywhere. It's just everywhere. They're
That's
everywhere.
fine.
They're
I don't
they're
care
everywhere.
until I wake
Yeah.
up.
Still, you find one in your ass.
Well, that's what I was getting to. But yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
See,
till you find
they're only
Pinkie Pie
little.
shoved right up there.
Just the
Right up-
tail
They're only
hanging out.
little, so I just, yeah. What's that? You've got a hairy ass. Oh shit!
I did have a Pinkie Pie. Oh no, a Fluttershy huge butt plug one with the big tail.
With the
But I
tail
left
hanging
it-
off.
But I left it with my girlfriend when I went to Washington. When I went to see her, I left it there. Like, they should have brought it back. Fuck. Leave all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.